Hello everybody! As Monty Python would say, guys would say, today we're gonna start with something completely different. And that is, instead of playing video games, we're gonna try and learn how to make them. Which I wanted to do for a very long time, and I think it's finally time to pull the trigger on that. Considering that you can spend a lot of time, invested in playing games, especially when I was streaming before, on a regular basis. 3 times a week, every time for about 3 hours or so. And for a year, when I, did the arithmetic, that was a lot of hours. So my idea was, why not use all that time to focus on learning and not procrastinate and all that? So that's what we are gonna start and try and do. We're gonna be taking copious amounts of notes during this whole ordeal because I've already tried a couple of times to start, and if I don't go back to it in a couple of days, everything just evaporates from my mind. Let me just see if this is set up properly. It is, which is cool. I'm gonna show you guys. So let me see if this works. Yes, it does. So I have a tablet here and I'm using a Figma. So we're gonna be taking copious amounts of notes, and also I can sketch stuff here. Oh no, that's the eraser, sorry. I can sketch stuff here, so we're gonna come to concepts, and geometry, and graphs, and vectors and stuff. All that is gonna come really handy once we get through the 15-hour tutorial, just to cover the basics. Yeah, I found one tutorial which I think is really great. I'm gonna stop the music because it's all gonna be a little too much. So I found an amazing tutorial here from Clear Code. You should definitely give that guy a sub if you're looking to learn Godot. So the first part of the tutorials is 11.5 hours, which I thought was everything, but actually there's a part 2 here somewhere. And part 2 is only 3 hours. So, I already tried it. I think I did about 3 hours of it. Of course, it goes a lot slower because you always have to switch and, do the things that are actually said. So I'm calculating that it's going to take at least double the time of the tutorial itself. But, you have to start somewhere. So, without further ado, let's see if this works. Yeah. Okay, cool. And if I shut this down, there's nothing, because yeah, we're gonna follow it step by step. From the beginning, I already did some stuff, but yeah. Come on, internet. I don't know. Should maybe make it a little bit quieter than I am. So we're gonna have to hear the guy talk as well. So this is a basic tutorial for like a top-down game, as you can see, which is exactly what I want to do, try and do first. So or pass. Definitely, we're gonna leave that going because that's how the guy gets his bag, and he definitely deserves it. Imagine doing such a detailed tutorial over like 15 hours. Crazy. And then updating it every time a new version comes out. Just a sec, let me get a hair thing. So crazy here. It's so hot and so cold at the same time because of the wind. I don't know what I should be and have on. Yep. Yes. Oh, and the reason why I chose Godot is because I have a bunch of at least little games at first in mind. Maybe we'll do some, you know, those mobile ad games that don't actually exist. It'd be fun to actually make some of those, but I kind of flirted with Game Maker a little bit before. And it's Game Maker is more just 2D. 3D is very not user friendly, so I've heard. And Godot has like a really good 2D engine type, but it can also pretty well do 3D. So, you know, I can maybe switch slowly to that once I get the concepts right. Okay, have all that. Just see if this works. Oh, there we go. Hmm. Just a second, let me choose a right path for this. I don't see. Have a ton of different projects. Folder. Ooh, it's already started one. Yeah. Okay. Let's just write it real quickly. That scenes are basically scenes. This is the basically folders containing nodes, other scenes. Let's see if we can make this smaller. 8. Wait. Yeah. I think I'm gonna switch to another theme just so it doesn't get confusing when am I watching the video and when uh, doing my stuff. Yeah, let's go. So if I do it like this, come on. So if I do it like this, I don't think it's gonna be confusing. Okay, that's a pretty important thing that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna forget. Uh, let's just call this section notes. To save a scene, it has to have nodes. That's something that's probably gonna confuse me when I start. Yup. Don't. Oh, and it changes from empty to unsaved. That is also something that's not uh, uh, empty to save. Okay, we're gonna write down. Control S is just simple save. Okay, like in most programs. A sprite. Hey Ben, welcome to the stream, man. I'm doing great. Finally pulled the trigger on this. And this is just the beginning, so I don't have actually anything to jump from, video to me writing the code, but that's gonna happen pretty soon, I guess. How have you been, man? How are you? And why is, different? Okay, let's take a snapshot of that. I just put it in our notes. Although, I think you figure out pretty fast that it's the other way around. Let's copy this. Y-axis inverted from CAD. I have a CAD background, so I'm gonna remember that more than anything else. So yeah, I think that's enough. It comes to this note. Let me just see. Yeah, let's make this bigger. Can I write in more? Yeah, I can. There we go. I should probably put that to the side. It's gonna spare me some space. And let's put like an asterisk here. Asterisk there. This helps make your image accessible to more people. I don't need that. Alt text. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I'm from Croatia, but I live in Germany. Where are you from, man? Yeah, that is true. So are you doing some game dev? UK, nice. I just started learning. I'm not making anything. So, as you can tell, oh, you can't tell because of me, but if you can tell, this is a beginning tutorial of 11 hours. So, it's gonna be a while till I start making anything. But I'm looking forward to it. This is just the first step, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm yeah, it's gonna take a while. And by the way, this 11 hours, that's part one. There's 3 more hours to go after that. Yeah, so I'm 37 years old and I've been doing CAD stuff mostly for like let me show you. So building installations, stuff like that, everything in 3D. But I'm a technical draftsman or drawer mostly, But so I think I do have this ability to break bigger things down into smaller steps. That's how most of our projects are structured. So I'm kind of looking forward to putting all that kind of knowledge into a new context where actually I'm the boss. So yeah, where I can do my own thing. So this parent-child relationship is gonna be pretty important because one of the first game ideas I do have is kind of like all this mobile games that are basically just runners on a highway, either with numbers or things like that. ACCA, what's ACCA? I do not know ACCA. AC is maybe air climate thing. So you're in Hvat. Are you in Hvat? HVAC. Is that something to do with HVAC? So let's see if this works. So I have a tablet here. Already tried it a little bit. Just did something too. So if I move right now where I actually am over here. So the idea I had was to make a game with a skydiver. And, instead of walking down the street, like in those mobile games, you're actually falling into the scene. And then there are like drones, maybe, or obstacles that come your way, and it's almost like a twin stick shooter where you shoot stuff, or maybe even other skydivers, things like that. And the way I'm thinking of how you can have that sense of depth without actually doing 3D is spawn all these objects to a scaled down version of the screen size and have the parent be in the middle and then just scale it up. So the guy would start small like this. Oh, that's too small, you don't see anything. Wait. So, for instance, your enemy would start small like this, but because he has the scaling point in the middle, he would actually grow bigger and bigger and finally be this big. And with that, you would get a sense of depth, like things are flying towards you and behind you. That's the idea anyway. I don't know. That seems like it would solve a pretty complicated deal of like perspective in a pretty easy way. Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. Oh wow, okay. So you're kind of working extra while you're studying. Self-sufficient, my man. That's nice. Oh, really cool. Yeah, because with like accountancy, I don't have any like Venn diagram doesn't overlap at all. But like, I edited some videos and I did some graphics, so I know that it's a lot more in depth and a lot more work than I've done. But yeah. Oh, and a musician. That's really cool, man. So you're a very creative soul, I would say. You're welcome. Sure. I'm just not sure if you can send links on Twitch. What I would suggest is you join my Discord. It should be linked below, and then we can talk about that stuff for sure. I'd love to see it. Yeah. Let me just see if the link didn't expire. Because I started streaming after a really big hiatus or pause or whatever you want to call it. Let me just see. Um Here you go. I think this link should still work. If you click on the lower image on the panels where it says our Discord, it should link you right to that. Yay, I finally do something. Okay, finally. I get to do something. Create another scene. The parent and root node should be a node 2D. Add a sprite with a player texture as a child. Give the player another sprite as a child with the laser texture. Okay, so I think we're gonna start to basically build out so we're gonna add a new scene, 2D. It's gonna be node 2D. We're gonna add a sprite to it. There we go. Player on it. Here. Should probably save scene. This is probably going to be the player scene. Go. This is going to be called up. We name the node? Yeah, level. It's going to be here. Yeah, I'll took just a little look. I'll check it out later. But thank you very much. Sprite 2D is gonna be player sprite, I guess. I don't know if it's good to have multiple things of the same name like this, but it is different types, so I think it should be fine. So we need to add another sprite and a laser. Naming convention is something that's really important to keep straight. Is it like, does it start with a big letter or not, or you know? But I think he actually talks about it later. That's under projectiles. Blue is the laser. So no, that. Okay, I think. Did we do everything? Create another scene. The parent root node should be a node 2D. Add a sprite with the player texture as a child. I did that. Give the player another sprite as a child with a laser. Oh, is the sprite with the player texture? Does he want me for that to be the child of the player? Yeah, we'll see. I can change that on the fly. What do I like? Oh, I like kayaking, I guess. Riding bikes. Gaming, of course. I did a lot of gaming streams before this. You know. Average 90s kid stuff, 80s kid stuff, I guess. Ah, he made another. Fuck. Let's see if we can change this on the fly. So he did scenes, levels, layer. Yeah, let's do scenes. Create new folder. Layer. And let's move. Oh, it recompiles everything, or I don't know if that's what compiling is, but yeah, that works. Okay, cool. I want to keep it the same. Aha, you don't see that from my head, but I just rearranged things here. I'm technically new. I mean, you can see my follower counts and see that I'm new, but not really. I have been streaming for like I don't know, 5 years ago. I streamed like a year straight, very rigid schedule, 3 times a week, every time 3 hours. You know, I was on a pretty good roll there. My biggest problem was that I was changing games basically every stream, which nobody recommends doing, because you don't get the people first coming in are the people that are interested in the game and not in you. So you should play games for a longer period of time, at least, till you finish, if it's a single player game and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things I learned from it, and I don't know, I hope you can tell that it feels kind of natural in front of the camera. It's not that I'm panicking or have you know and I'm really happy with what I did with like the whole setup and stuff, with all the graphics and all that. Oh yeah, since you're a graphic designer, you can give me some tips for that. But here's how the intro looks. Oh yeah, for sure, man. So I'm going back to a three times per week schedule, each time at least 3 hours. But it's mostly gonna be this. I'm gonna be learning Godot. My main process with, or my main like philosophy with this is I wanted to stream so I combat procrastination, so I'm focused on actually doing this and I don't wander off doing something else. But I plan on streaming Saturdays for the whole like morning or till noon, something like that. And since that's gonna be a longer stretch, I might play some games in the meanwhile as well. It would be nice if you give a follow, and you can check the YouTube channel. There are some old VODs of like quick looks and games I did there as well. They're mostly like clips from edited clips from the streams. Ah, okay. So he does differentiate in the naming with player node and player image. He capitalizes it like that, right? Yeah, I've seen some programmers or some devs, or I don't know, people use either capitalizations to switch to change to separate the words, or some use underscores, and that probably has to do with the programming language too, syntax and stuff. Okay, so the laser is the child of the player. Okay, so if you look at mine, the laser is actually the child of the player node, which we do not want. So let's rename this to laser image like he did, and let's try and do this. There we go. Oh, I don't see the lines now. Is that because of the theme? That's bad. Oh yeah, that's bad. I need to change that. Maybe solar as dark? This blue isn't doing it for me. Breeze dark. What's that? Oh, those are... Oh, I can barely see those lines. Just that icon saturation. That do. Oh, okay, it changed. Yeah, the coloring is relationship line opacity. That's what I need. We can leave that to 1. Let's... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I do not want to strain my eyes the whole time. Let's see if we can do that here. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, I adore black themes. It rests my eyes compared to everything. Okay, cool. That's really nice, the amount of customization here. There are custom themes as well. That's really nice. Okay, let's keep going. And this is also very cool that he has, like, you know, try and do this yourself. That's how learning is actually done, because otherwise you're just watching a video. But if he has, like, if she shows you how to do something and then he's like, hey, go and do this yourself, and then I'm gonna show you if you messed it up. That's, I mean, clear code is the guy. That's all. I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, and this is the almost the I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say it's the first one where that's the case, where he's actually like, go do it yourself, which is great. Um, I did that, but mine is named Node 2D. Save. Let's try this again. Something is not right. Oh, what? Cannot see the drop-down menu here? Yes, yes, I do. As I said, I work as a technical drawer, CAD designer, you know. This is really weird. You cannot see the drop-down menu or the right-click menu. That sucks. It's not important. I won't. Aha, I think I have to have the level 2 selected and then press this, right? Yeah, there we go. There's some really weird stuff with that. You have to, like, have the parent selected when you're putting in a child. Or, you know, something like that. Yeah, exactly. We can maybe talk about it. The thing is that I'm so small that like paying a professional to do it doesn't make sense for it right now. But I'll definitely be looking into it for the future, and maybe even, which I'm more interested in, is some sprite work or pixel art for the games I'll be making. That even seems, you know, a really big project, or not project, but a really big connection I would really like to do with the artists, because I cannot do all of this myself. Because if I'm going to learn Godot, I cannot in parallel start to learn how to draw finally, because I don't I do not have a knack for that. But we could talk about it. I maybe have like a, you know, a new logo or something in mind, because this is, I know this is just like a font I found. It could be a lot better than that. For sure, man. Do you use Fiverr or you know, some freelance websites like that too? At least to get your portfolio up? Okay, another scene, another node. So this is gonna be bed node. We are going to add a sprite to it. We're gonna rename it to bed image. Yeah, nice. I mean, I saw that you linked me a lot of stuff. So I hope that was all commissioned work, you know, and just examples. So yeah, cool. So if you go inside of objects, below, large, below, small, bed. So we're gonna add that. Sure, man. I'll let you know. Create another scene for the bed. The parent is a node 2D and there is a child sprite node with a bed texture and a few more sprites. I think they should be the child of the bed. So, add a few more sprites. Image for the pillows. Okay, let's add the large pillow. Here we go. Yeah, that makes sense. So if we move the bed, the pillow is gonna come with it. Yeah, that totally makes sense. We're gonna call this pillow large image. We're gonna skew it. We're gonna rotate it just a little bit so it looks a bit more natural. Right. Like 3 degrees. Yeah, Ben, thanks for dropping by. You too, man. I hope to see you in the future too. So, add another sprite. Rename this to below small image. And we're gonna put that in here. Where are we gonna put this? Let's say this is for, you know, to put your head legs up a little bit. And let's rotate this to like -7. There we go. Oh, this looks natural. This looks nice. Okay, so now we want to save the scene. Oh, you can't even see that. Oh, you don't see any other new window that's opened. Ah, that's shitty. I'm gonna try and fix it for the next stream. Maybe I'll do like a really clean desktop and everything, and then maybe I'll do display capture, because now I'm capturing just a window, because I don't think anything else actually worked. And I'm always worried that, you know, if I do a display capture, I'm just gonna fucking dox myself eventually. Because this is my private PC. I don't have separate PCs for streaming. I'm not, you know, fucking Rockefeller over here. So, objects, we're gonna do another inside of scenes, we're gonna do objects, and then it's gonna be bad. Nice. I think that's everything that he wanted. We're kind of getting the hang of it. It's not a problem to get a hang of it once I'm in it. The problem is to maintain it, like any of this info, if I don't do it for 5 days. Maybe I should move my camera like this. Yay! Oh yeah, I could check and change the scale and skew as well. You're not getting your naming conventions consistent because you're not writing image on it, and all your player sprites have image in it. Man, don't confuse me more than I need to be. Yeah. Yes, please. Why aren't you automatically notating this anymore? God damn it, Figma. Get your shit together. Is it because of the asterisks? Yeah, probably was. So, what did he say? Fuck, I already lost it. Node naming convention. Name, subname, separation, case. Um, Camel case is practice of writing phrases without spaces or punctuation and with capitalized words. A compound word that uses capital letters to delineate words. Includes the first letter. Okay. Camel case, snake case, Pascal case. Uh-huh, okay. Snake case is with an underscore. Camel case is like Pascal case, but without the first letter, I guess. Okay, okay. We're learning. We're learning. Okay. Okay. For naming convention for for I'm starting to write in German. Convention for everything else. I expect it's gonna be like encode variable names, things like that. Snake case. That too, yeah. And that is also very contraintuitive for me, because you would think it goes from top to bottom, right? Oh no, this is how, yeah, like layers in Photoshop, right? The or layers actually here in OBS. The higher the thing is, the more on top it is, and here it's the other way around. That's gonna fuck me up. Yeah. No. Oh, is that? I mean, it is. Yeah. I don't think of it as a hierarchy like that. It's counterintuitive for me. Okay, let me just do a quick snapshot of this. So about drawing, or how should I say, drawing or Photoshop layer. Yeah, hierarchy. Oh my god, if I only knew how to spell hierarchy. Oh, thank you so much. Drawing hierarchy. Let's do this. Let's put it like this. And let's put in another text with a. Can we fill? So this is actually bottom. Can I fill this up? Mind map. No, Fig Jam. I don't need AI. Just wanna, you know, color this and drag through bold bullet list. Okay, this is probably not gonna work, so let's use a section or stamp. Text. Is there a way? There must be a way. There's no way there isn't a way to fill it up. That's the text color. That's weird. I mean, I could do a square and then a text. So this is bottom. Bottom. Yay, there we go. Bottom. Then let's copy that, put it like this. Top. There we go. So yeah. This is gonna trip me up. Probably. Bottom to top. Why does this not make sense to me? Am I crazy? Is it because of the programs I'm working for professionally? Like Windows Explorer, Photoshop, everything that's on top is on top graphically. Am I insane? But here it makes sense because it's parents and childs, right? Hey, said Poily. How you doing? Am I crazy that this feels the other way around for me? In every other program, if you have a hierarchy, what's on top is drawn on top. It's just gonna take a little while to adjust myself to that. How you doing, man? Oh! A raid, or what? Oh, I'm doing very well. I've been planning on doing this for a while now. I haven't started off stream, but I kind of wanted to have all this, you know, on record, and share my journey, I guess. More for my sake to combat, you know, procrastination and stuff, because if I sit here and stream, I'm gonna do this properly. So yeah, I'm looking very much forward to learning Godot. Are you a game dev? Are you in this like space? Are you doing anything? Oh, trivia games, cool. Like physical ones or digital ones? And what if they are digital? What are you using for them? What are you building them in? Hey, you can see my game too. Finally. Web dev. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's mostly text and selecting things, you wouldn't need more than that. Oh, so it generates questions on the fly. It's not like yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Why I'm thinking of like old trivia games and like having packs of questions. You know, probably I haven't played trivia games in like 20 years, so probably that's why. There are only two problems with code, guys. There are only two problems. You take themes from the audience, give it to the game to generate them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can participate because you have no idea what the questions are gonna be too. That is cool. So you do that for like just online fun or for like oh, hi Tob. Missed you, man. Happy to have you here. So I do you use it for like bar things? What's the name of those like bar trivia, you know, fights? How have you been, Tob? Long time no see. Oh yeah, and welcome to the new Gal Gadot. Well, I would love. My girlfriend is smoking on the balcony, so I can say this. I would like to be learning Gal Gadot too, but no. We're just sticking to Godot. Godot. What I really like about Godot is the GD script is basically Python. That's gonna say. I think he's gonna say it now as well. Yay! Oh yeah, Dead Life. Oh, garden work now as well. Nice. I'm doing very well. I just bought a bike. I'm gonna start biking soon. It's in the service now, being checked and everything because it's a used bike. I'm talking about a normal bike, you know, feet bike, not motorbike. Gonna do the fitness or the gym soon too. Work is going pretty well remotely, and yeah, everything is doing. I'm doing great. This is the new thing I'm doing now as well, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's been great. I really have nothing I can say. Do it for fun at the moment. Do we use that for the price giving now at local meetups? I don't understand that sentence. What with the price? Cool. I would be really interested to know how does the Chat GPT API go with, like, you know, trademarking something and actually monetizing it. Where does that lie? Can you build? I mean, you can. They did, but if you're not OpenAI and you do use ChatGPT API for some of your work, how prize giving? Oh, sorry. Okay. You know, how does that work? Do you have to pay like a license, or you give away the percentage of the revenue or whatever? That all that thing around behind the scenes fascinates me about all that stuff. Okay, cool. If it's that straightforward, that's cool. Yeah, of course. Oh, okay. Let me just copy all this. Just, just to have it. I've been really enjoying Figma. it's not a trick like Ligma, you know, Figma balls. It's this like, you know, a big canvas tool that you can collaborate and draw stuff on, and I really like, I wanted something that has everything in one place and then you can just zoom in and zoom out in different places. I'm more of a like a graphical type, organizing my stuff that way than having like ton of different files. So yeah, I like this. And I have it connected to my tablet, so I can actually, you can actually see me draw stuff here as well, which we're gonna do later when we're coming up with games and concepts and stuff like that. Yeah, I was checking Miro out. Yeah, it seemed pretty. No, not Miro. I was checking Nuclino. Yeah, they seem pretty. All those, the three of those seem pretty similar. But look what I can do. This is why I like it. So I can go here, for instance, to my game ideas. I can go here. Then I can use my tablet with my stylus. And I can say, hi chat. If I knew how to write and speak at the same time. Yay! So yeah, that's my idea how I'm gonna use it in the future, you know, just to, it doesn't, you know, the refresh rate is not amazing between the stylus, and because this screen is actually the web version, and then it just syncs up with the difference on the with what I'm doing on the tablet, so it takes a little while for every stroke, but you know, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, and this is cool. You can use post-it notes and stuff. I think that's gonna be yeah, I think that's gonna be enough for what I need. So these are the notes I'm taking now that I'm listening to the tutorial or following the tutorial. I have for keyboard shortcuts as well. There's nothing in there at the moment because everything is in the program itself. If you look at the program, you know, you hover over everything. Oh, you don't actually see that. Yeah, that's fucked. But there's a tooltip with the shortcuts, so that's gonna come with time. Hello, Nebula! Welcome to the stream over on YouTube. How's it going? Are you a game dev as well, or looking to learn it? Don't get me wrong, when I say are you a game dev as well, I'm not a game dev, not yet, you know? I mean, and like, that you're interested in this. Let's go a little bit back. Lost track. No. I want to build games. I have not built anything yet. This thing that I've built, this bed and this player and this car, is just this. They're like the first 38 minutes of this tutorial. I have not done anything yet, but I plan on doing so. Yeah. My definition or how I was looking at it, if you made one game and somebody gave you money to play that one game, just one person, then you're a game dev, you know? Oh, a sped up version of street poker? You mean just having sex? Like things we do as adults? Or you just skipped the whole poker? That's you're cut out the gameplay, man. You're an anti-game dev. Learning, cool, Nebula. What are you? Which language or which engine are you learning? which, like, you know, part of it, because there's a lot. Yeah, post game developer. Yeah, so speedrunning. You invented speedrunning strip poker. Nice. This was always very I already did like maybe an hour of this tutorial before alone, and then, you know, I didn't touch it for a month, so of course I forgot everything. Post game developer and speedrun, I'll put it on my resume. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I was interested, Nebula. I was interested in Unity as well. The only problem is all the things that happened in between, like in the last half year, and how they tried mismanaged everything. I kind of got put off of it. And Unity, I'm telling you all this as a total beginner, and I'm talking out of my ass. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But as far as I know, Unity is 3D centric and can do 2D, and Godot is kind of, you know, entry level or easy to understand in both. So that's my plan first, to get really cozy in 2D and switch to 3D to think about more complicated, you know, vectors and physics and putting everything in the right place and things like that. But everybody is kind of skeptical towards Unity now because they really mismanaged like their pricing and how they're gonna, you know, licensing and all that, and all with their blogs and just posts on Twitter and everything. They really screw that up. So, oh, look how cool everything changes. I'm really surprised by all this because I set all this up with new plugins, OBS plugins and stuff. So I would maybe hold on Unity until all that clears up, but yeah. And Godot is the way you can see. I have like thank you Thor in the name of this stream, because he was a very big inspiration for me to start doing this, and that's the biggest streamer here on software and development on Twitch. His company is named Pirate Software, and he's also doing like, you know, development streams and things like that, and has very good tips for people starting out. Hey Sad, thank you very much for dropping by, and I hope to see you in the future, man. So yeah, you basically want to think of the games you want to make and then think about what engine you want to use, and not pick an engine and then go to the games. So you kind of, because everybody's different, every game is different, and every engine has its like good and bad, you know, things they're good and things they're bad at. So yeah, if you know Thor, then everything I'm telling you right now, you know all that. So yeah. My biggest problem was like, if it's a 3D oriented engine, really quickly you can get really overwhelmed by, like, you know, all the texturing and all the lighting effects and all the things running in the background, the physics and things like that. But you know, if you start with nodes and just with sprites and stuff. Your son is interactive teaching games. Yeah, that's kind of like a part of gaming that really kind of dropped off, right? It was pretty big in the 90s and in early 2000s. Although they were shitty, but they were still kind of trying, but it just dropped off. Or maybe I grew out of it, so I don't even know what's available yet, but there's probably some pretty good stuff that came, you know, from the lockdowns and everything. There's probably some good educational stuff out there. Snoofsin. Wait, I'm not gonna show that on stream first. Let me make sure what that is. Oh, you talked about it, right? Oh yeah, I think we talked about this before. Do I want to know? I don't think I want to know. It's fine. Yeah, I think you're right as well. I think we just grew out of the group. And have you ever played Frog Fractions? Oh, I have to play that on stream. I think I need to play that on stream because that's one of the most fascinating games that probably exist in the indie games. And what's the sequel? Glitter Mitten Grove or something like that. I really need to play those. Yeah, he definitely looks like a failed 3D model. Don't tell me how something from programming works with other programming stuff. I am completely new. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wait. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't have any kids, but the little experience I did have with them is, yeah. And also mushrooms. Somebody told me that, you know, you get to see with fresh perspective and fresh eyes, and you are kind of, you have the childish wonder again. You think games might be the same? How you think, by like looking at games through your kids' eyes, or what do you mean? Rediscovering genres I left behind. Yeah, and especially if you look at like when we were kids and didn't weren't so crazy about, you know, maybe turn-based games or simulators and things like that. There are whole genres of games that we like. Panzer General. That there's a million games of just like being a really strategic, you know, World War II tank general that you know, things like that. I remember my dad playing a lot of those back in the day, and I was just like, man, give me Doom or give me Heretic or something. But yeah, for sure. And now I kind of get a little bit of that because my new girlfriend, never played anything in her life basically. And now, oh, Sudden Strike, I actually did play that as a kid a little bit, but thinking about individual ammunition of the soldiers and how you're gonna, you know, keep up the supply line and everything, that was insane. But when I moved recently, I sold my PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, but I kept my PlayStation 2 just because, you know, what kind of money can you get for it? So, and my girlfriend started to show interest in gaming, and so I had Okami. So she's replaying or playing Okami for the first time, and I'm kind of, you know, vicariously living through that with her again, because I played it, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago almost. And man, let me tell you guys, Okami is still the best Zelda game ever made. If you haven't played Okami, there's an HD version for PlayStation 4, I think, that came out relatively recently compared to the original. Go and play that. That game is amazing, and still it has such a fresh and innovative and creative twist on the whole thing that I cannot believe that nobody ripped it out. Nobody copied it in the last 20 years. So if you ask me, the best Zelda game is still Okami, and the best Far Cry game is still Stalker. I will die on this hill. Best action platformer, Ori. Ori is definitely up there. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, and Dob, by the way, speaking of Stalker, there is a new standalone total conversion mod called True Stalker. I played it on my previous stream last week. That is a reimagining, almost like a sequel. It's a pretty linear, straightforward single player game with quests and voice acting and NPCs and everything. And it's really, really good. I've been enjoying it immensely, you know? If players are kind of intimidated by the openness and free roaming of Anomaly, this is a more constrained type of deal, and it's really fun. Mm-hmm. Let me just quickly copy these two slides from the functions. Although I don't understand this, I need to see an example. Classes, I also don't understand what's the difference. I need an example. Yeah, my biggest problem was I haven't played Dragon's Dogma 2, but my biggest problem with 1 is that it feels very hollow. Like, very shallow. The systems were cool, But my main problem is that I don't play games for the combat anymore, and that's kind of like what the main focus of Dragon's Dogma was. I'm way more interested, you know, in the characters and the story. For instance, I've been replaying, or I started playing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, or what's it called, like the remake. Yeah, I believe you that the systems are cool and they interact in cool ways, but it's all in service of combat, which I really don't, you know, you can only go so far if that's not. My main problem is nowadays that you have these huge RPGs that are 40, 50, 60 hours long, but 30 of those hours is combat. I would rather have that trimmed down to be as trimmed down as possible, only to the most meaningful encounters that actually, you know, make sense and are challenging and have something to do with the story, than have all that filler to fill up the game. Yeah, actually, I talked it shortly with Spania as well, and yeah, we agreed on that as well. Yeah. Okay, between ready and process, I know it runs every frame. And for instance, Mass Effect is great in that regard, right? You have a combat section that has very scripted encounters, that's very choreographed the way it's supposed to be for the story, so to say. And then, you know, it propels the story forward and it goes along. But that's what I liked about Stalker. It had that open maps and that roaming AI that felt like it was there and made the world alive. It was not there because of you or, you know, as padding. It actually made the atmosphere and the whole zone feel very much alive. And that's eventually, you know, after 5 years of mucking in all this, I want to be able to make a go up AI that's goal oriented, something programming, roaming AI that, you know, feels like that, and that you have to study and learn. If it's, you know, like a beast, you can study and learn and adapt to it, and or see, you know, when it's agitated, when it's hungry, and you can see if it's something you want to fight or avoid. It's not something, you know, that's gonna attack you like 40 characters at a time. Yes, yeah. The only thing where it really breaks down a little bit is the Citadel. That's supposed to be, you know, this huge open center of the galaxy type thing, but it's actually very corridor-like, and it has a few things. But I think it was more like a limit of the technology at the time than you know, than art, for instance, art or art direction or anything like that. But like the level of lore and world building and alien races and everything they thought about it, and the technology and how the science, how the whole galaxy functions, and like how the society works, and it's I'm so bummed what they did to Mass Effect with Andromeda. I cannot even tell you. Yes, I would love it as well, but considering the state of current AAA, I'm actually, I would rather they went all out crazy like Warhammer and just license the the IP to everybody. I want to see a million different games set up in the Mass Effect universe. Do like CSEC LA Noir, do I don't know Phoenix Wright, but with the council. Do whatever you can. Like I don't care. I just want to be in that world. Yeah, the world is amazing. Or I would say just give the IP to Larian Studios. But actually, I don't know. It would be really interesting to see how Larian would work with a game that's not turn based. You know. Cinematic universe. I mean, they would just fuck it up, man. I don't know if is it worse to give it, to the modern state of AAA publishing, or Marvel Studios. Which one is getting worse? Oh yeah, like a series. Yeah, absolutely. Like The Expanse, or like Firefly, or I don't know, Battlestar Galactica, and all those types of things. Yeah, but if you see, everything that we're talking about is like at least 10 years old. All the new shit is terrible. If you look at all the new Star Trek, if you look at all the new Star Wars, like they would fuck it up. Give it to somebody that actually cares. I didn't see the Three Body Problem. My girlfriend and I actually started watching Dark a couple of days ago. It's a really well produced time travel spooky paranormal German show, and it's very well done. I was very surprised. Uh, do we have Fallout on there as well? I might check that out. Are we allowed to talk about it on here? But yeah, yeah, everybody was talking about the Three Body Problem. Yeah, it is a little slower paced, but it gives you enough of things to just you know to shock you or to keep you interested in, or what was that and things like that. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna get very convoluted. That we're gonna need a chalkboard with like strings and photos to keep everything in check. Did you watch Fallout? That's true, yeah. Did you play Fallout 1 or 2? Because it's a very different beast than 3 or 4. Later, that's the ones. it's very, yeah, if 3 was your first, yeah, that's what where most people got on. Uh, my main problem is that Fallout 1 and 2 were already very different beasts, and you if you track down the original creators of Fallout, um, there's also like a Fallout Bible, I think it's called, which is a whole, almost like a whole lore document and the whole, you know, idea of the game and all that. And you can see how that has been morphed once it changed, it changed hands, and how the focus changed a little bit. I liked the sarcasm in the Dark World, and the more, it was very goofy, but the society and the gangs and everything were a little more believable. In 3 and 4, they're kind of focused on the wrong things, like there's a greaser gang, and you know, there's a lot more of this like nostalgic twist to everything. But I like that they almost like an anthology series. They kept exploring what happens in different contexts, in different, you know, geographical contexts, and in different cities, different states, and things like that. That I did enjoy. But yeah, that's also like an amazing universe and lore that I'm really deep in, and I like that as well. But Mass Effect was such a breath of fresh air. I don't know why. You know, it's basically Star Trek meets Star Wars, but it was made with so much love and attention to detail. And if you when you look at all the, like, the civilizations and everything, it was really really great. That's why I was so bummed by Andromeda. Man, did they drop the ball. Yes, very caricatured Americana, which, you know, was a thing in 1 and 2, but it was much more, I don't even know how to say it, subdued. It was much more realistic in the background. It was not that, it didn't have the reverence for itself. It was just the way it was, you know. It was filthy, and it was it was kind of um glorified that previous era, but it was almost lost in people's minds, you know. They didn't, yeah. Yeah, Mass Effect 3, and like the end, the bow on the top of that whole series was more like about the journey for me than that last 15 minutes. It didn't ruin the game for me as well. Okay, we wine scenes. Okay, we're writing code, boys. Oh, Tob, how's the resolution? How's the resolution of this screen? Is everything sharp, or is it muddy, like the text? Because with my current setup, my middle monitor is actually vertical, and the whole video is like in 1/3. So I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to see since after I'm done streaming. Or I mean, I could go to Twitch and check it out right now, but The type, not the name. Okay. Yes. That's pretty clear. Oh, you're on the phone. Okay. That's really cool. So, almost everything that is some kind of property inside of a node, for instance, animation, H frames, later if we're gonna. So H and V frames, I think, are when you have a web or a grid of animation frames, and then you can pick, okay, I want second row, third column, or something like that. So if you want to change that in code, you can just hover here and see the parameter and the name you have to call in the code. And I think if you press middle mouse, let's see, if we go, can you see this? Yeah. So if we go anywhere, and I say H frames, maybe I shouldn't get print that's not gonna work. Middle mouse? No, okay, I'm gonna have to wait. Because you can call, with just one button, you can call the, um, you know, what's written, the documentation, every single thing. This is gonna happen once, yeah. So yeah, that's a pretty important thing I should note and write down into my notes. And that's that. Plus equals and minus equals, add and subtract. Yeah, that's... I wanted to say continuously, but that happens only because it's in the process function. So this thing is going to take the 100 it starts at, and every frame is going to be 10 more. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that here. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but my main worry is, you know, if I don't touch something for a week, I'm going to forget everything. Okay. I don't know if I want to write something that specific, but that's... let me see. Is that here in the list? Oh, vector 2. Hmm. Let's actually write the whole thing, because I think variable is position vector 2, and it equals at the start vector 2 0. There's also 1 down. So it has axis y down from angle, left 1 right up. So that's probably in the direction of the coordinate system, I guess. 0. Yeah, let's write that down. Better to write more stuff down that we don't need than, you know, that's basically vector 2 as 0, 0. There we go. Sorry. That seems so weird. So he declares, before starting anything, he declares a variable to, a variable called boss. That's a vector 2. And it's at 0, 0. Why wouldn't you already ready it? Why wouldn't you already put it where it needs to be? Then you can skip this whole step. Because it's better to set up a position of something when you spawn it in. That's actually maybe not a bad idea. Then update the variable. I'd be really interested if somebody has a good reason for this. So every time you make a variable or state a variable at the start of a object, I guess, you do it as a blank, and then when you spawn the thing in, you change it. Isn't that one extra step for everything to worry about? Yeah, I don't know. Wait. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna give an error. It's kind of a bummer that it doesn't have like a visual distinction between those two. You have to be really careful how you nest things. Hey Top, thank you very much for dropping by. Hope to see you more here in the evening streams when, you know, you have a little more time and the kiddo is at sleep. Have a good one. Okay, let's do this ourselves. So I haven't actually written anything. So let's declare the variable first here, it should be an integer, right? Is that how you do it? Fuck. Aha, it's that integer, and it's 1. And that should be no, that's fine. Then when we create another variable, test scale, and make sure the data type is integer, the default value should be 1. When the game is ready, use the variable to change the scale to 2. Okay. So when we come down here, go back here to logo, look at the scale is scale. Okay. So I think if you lock the component ratio and if you scale one, it's going to automatically scale the other, right? Yeah. So I think it's gonna 1. So test scale equals 1. No, 2. Then say scale equals test scale, right? So it's a vector too. That doesn't seem right. Is there something else I can use? Scale. Let's do it by not using an integer. It should be a vector 2. And it equals vector 2, 1, 1. Oh, hey, Layla. Layla? Yeah. You're absolutely right. I can target individual. So scale dot x should be test scale. Yes, that works. Oh, I was hoping for this, that somebody experienced is gonna be in chat eventually, and then we can, you know, shoot the shit. Oh, this is amazing. Replace with function body. I think that I need to delete this, right? Yeah. Okay. And now... Oh, this is amazing. Thank you very much that you're here. How's it going? Are you a game dev? Are you actually somebody that knows what they're talking about? Seems like it. Now they want, when the game is ready, use the variable to change while the game is running, increase the scale continuously. Okay, now we can go test scale is plus equals 0.2, let's say, every frame. And every frame scale.x is test scale. That should work. Nice. Oh, that's amazing. If you can babysit me here like 3 times a week, each time for 3 hours, that would be amazing. And I would love for you to join the Discord and share some of your stuff. Oh, cool. What do you think about all the mess Unit is in? Like in the past half a year, and they're all like blogs and Twitter posts and like the way they shit the bed. The way they shit the bed with all that, you know, controversy and billing and licensing and is that settled down? Do people know where they are now? Okay, let's see if this works. Nope. The parameter delta is never used in the function process. This is intended prefix with an underscore delta. Okay. Because we haven't used delta, which is going to be very important later. Narrowing conversation float is converted to int and loses precision. Okay. Then we'll up it up by 1. That's the difference between integer and floats, right? Integers are full numbers and floats are... Oh yeah, that's absolutely the purpose of this stream. Worst case scenario, I learned something. That's we're taking it one step at a time. Yeah, that's great. Other than that, are you like younger and studying and pursuing game dev, or are you an older fart like me and you know, trying to do my failed dreams? There we go! But it doesn't work. Let's move it. Okay, let's do another variation. Variable position. What did we go? It needs to be a vector 2. And that vector 2 is gonna be 0. And then when we go to ready, we're gonna update the position. Is gonna be vector 2 is it no 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 no, or do I don't need to point? Yes, okay, I'm getting the hang of this. And then position, the position is boss. We can do a little bit better in comment. Another comment. Oh, Layla, you're doing it the right. You're doing it in the right order. Oh, thank you so much, Layla. Oh. Yes. Double slashes were in Game Maker. Then we are gonna say changing the starting scale. Then here we're gonna say keep scaling up, baby. Yeah, Layla, you're Be very grateful that you're doing this now when you're in your teens and not as a 37-year-old like me. Okay, it's moved and it's rowing, but only in one direction, which makes me think that this unlock component ratio is not actually the part. Maybe we need to lock it up in code. Is that possible somehow? Let's see. If we go to scale and then point aspect, that may be it. Direction to distance dot floor from angle. Orthogonal. Orthogonal? Maybe? Wrote it. Aspect. What does it want here? Lookup symbol. Too many arguments for aspect. Expected most. Aha! Expected at most 0, but received 1. Okay, maybe he will actually go through this, but we can fix this. We can fix this, no problem. We can also say the test scale is not an integer, it's supposed to be a vector 2, and it's 0. And then we're gonna say test scale is vector 2 times 2. That means twice as large in the x-axis, twice as large in the y-axis. And then the whole scale is equals test scale. And then how do I do this now? Can I just add a vector 2 to it? And then be 1, 1? Is that gonna like add 1, 1 in each direction? Let's check. Fuck yeah. There we go. Can it be slower? Yeah, it takes floats. Nice. Make it really slow. Wait. Nice. Okay. We're playing around. Let's move the thing too. So we have the starting position for it. You know something cool? There's no need to actually assign a variable with a container. You can add... You can, and it helps in some scenarios, but if you want, don't assign it a container. It's smart and it actually auto-assigns it. When you're talking container for a variable, are you talking about this brackets? I suspect that's a container you're talking about, right? And I've noticed that if you have some kind of... So for example, yes, please. Teach me, master. You can put the... Wait, you can put the music back on, really, when I'm not watching the video. So it really quietly. Just chill, you know? Just put this little widget so we see what's playing. Where is it? There it is. Ah, what am I doing? So for example, so for example, you have a variable named POSX and you assign it an integer. Yes. I know that, but for some reason, I don't know why, but clear code here always, keeps it constrained and puts. I know what you mean, because that was really weird for me as well, because when I was playing around with Game Maker, like that was not that important, or that was not a thing. But here I'm gonna try and keep. I don't know. Would you want to do that? Because maybe later it's very easy to get jumbled or messed in code, and if you know you need an integer, better to write it down than later to have it mixed up. I don't know. Oh my god, my chroma key is messed up and I look like I'm from hell because I only have background lighting. I worked in offices all my life with really strong neon lighting, and I'm gonna die before I put lights in front of me. That's not gonna happen. Let's see. Ooh. Why am I red? Hue shift. Oh! Wow. It's fine. It's very easy to mess up, so it is better to maybe get in the habit of already capping the container in what it's supposed to be before that, right? I don't know. Thanks, Layla. Yeah, every bit of info helps for sure. I'm really enjoying this, and that was my main reason why I wanted to, stream and do it, because it combats procrastination, if nothing else. I mean, I am talking to you guys and everything, but yeah. Didn't it send? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you hear the music, people? Yeah, it should be okay. Just a little bit in the background. Okay, let's move this thing as well. So we defined the position. Let's say move the logo out of here. So we do boss equals yeah, I don't know if it didn't go on YouTube, or maybe restream, it gets lost in restream, but if you don't see it on your end on YouTube, then it got lost. Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, we're gonna do position X as plus equals 10 as well. That works. And then we're gonna say position equals boss, baby. So now it should go to the right and get larger. There we go. Okay, I got this for now. But if you ask me anything about this in like 3 hours... server. Yes. I don't know what's happening. Layla, don't get, you know, troned into YouTube. Okay, let's go back to the video now. Ah, Discord. Yes, let me send you a link. Up. It's do have it here. Just a second. Here you go. That's very nice of you to ask. Is there a way to put it like in a YouTube widget for live type thing, or is that only a Twitch thing? To have like panels and stuff underneath. Welcome, welcome. Very nice to have you here. Oh, I hope you know what you did now. You joined my Discord, I'm gonna pester you with questions all the time. No. I wouldn't do that to you. You're taking a break from Discord. That's actually... I was thinking about doing a social media cleanse, you know? Like a, you know, colonoscopy. I think that's sorely needed nowadays for most people, and me included. Oh, Layla, your music to my ears. Music to my ears. That's amazing. Then, yeah, just babysit me every stream and it's gonna be fine. Ah, we didn't do the rotation. Can do that as well. That's actually really cool. He explains something, then gives you a job you need to do, or like a task. And I think he did this with forethought. He said it was an integer, although it was a vector. So you have to like compromise and figure shit out. That's cool. Yeah, God bless the, you know, algorithm gods. I have no idea how anything works anymore. Because before, you know, you actually had to fill out the metadata and tags and stuff, but this is just like, you know, probably checks my words, sees it's Godot, sees you liked watching Godot, and then I have no idea. Okay, he's actually gonna go through all the steps we went through on our own. That's really cool. I actually contacted the Clear Code yesterday on his Discord, and I asked permission to use this video. Although, you know, nobody's gonna watch me watching the video to learn Godot. It's gonna go straight to the video, so it's not like it's taking away. And I have like 4.5 viewers, my mom included. So, but still, I wanted to ask him and tell him that I'm very grateful and everything. So we had a little chat. He seems a really cool dude. Ah, sure. Sure, that would work. Yeah, why not? Just one number, then the same number. Okay, let's change that real quick. I like that. It seems very a more elegant solution. So we're gonna put it as an integer. We're gonna say it's 1. Oh, see, that's I'm thinking about switching to that eventually when I get very comfortable with the 2D. Um did you get into trouble when, or did you get into some like not optimized or not good stuff in Godot when thinking about 3D? Okay, so physics. That's a bummer. I would like to mess around with physics in 3D. Graphics are really not important to me. Like all the games that I enjoy playing are not graphically very demanding, and that's not my priority too. Uh, wait. What? No. So test scale equals 2. So if I write 2.5 here, it's not gonna work because it was originally... Oh, it is. Would it? And then scale is vector 2. Test scale, test scale. Right? Yeah. When it comes to bounces, do you mean like literal bounces, or is that like a code thing for something? Do you mean like collisions and stuff, or do you mean literal bounces? Because that's interesting. Like, why is it bad at that? Yeah, literal bounces. Okay. Huh. Interesting. And then again, say this. Without this, this kind of looks weird, but it should work, right? Unless it says it's a float and expects float. Okay. So let's say, let's just remove this. Now it should work. There we go. Oh, I'm actually understanding this. This is amazing. I think I'm gonna call it here. Let me just put one more. Let's just add the rotation here as well. So var rot equals 45, right? Then here, when it's ready, initial rotation rotation. Bounces are where it's the most obvious, but it's also sort of bad at other things. However, I never noticed this. It affect my games until I... Okay. Do you have your own itch.io page with like your projects and stuff? I would really like to check it out. So we say rotation in degrees equals rot. Oh no, is rot actually something? I don't know. And then let's say he keep rotating. So we're gonna say rot is plus equals 1, and then we're gonna say rotation degrees equals rot again, right? Let's what about project swappers? I haven't really got anything. Yeah, when I was researching this whole like, oh, let's learn a programming language and or gaming engine and do stuff. The two major things that people were saying are huge pitfalls is like being stuck in tutorial hell. So just like never actually learning from the tutorial and just copy pasting what the tutorial does, and not being able to branch out and you know, problem solve and troubleshoot your own ideas. And the other one is always starting interesting little ideas and never actually going through with them, and not actually doing the necessary grind and work to actually finish everything. Yeah. Let's just keep scaling, moving. Let's just move it a bit slower so we actually see the rotation and everything. There we go. Nice. Okay. It's getting pretty late. It's already 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. over here. So I think we're gonna call it for today. Let me save all this. It's amazing that how many people joined, new people, and it was great seeing you all here, and I hope we continue all this. So the normal schedule is gonna be Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Usually always at the same time. Only on Saturday is gonna be in the mornings or before noon. Oh, Layla, you're actually right. Why is this cutting off? Aha, it's cutting off because of the... Wait, let me move your chat up. I screw that up now. Those two don't overlap. Yeah, those overlap now. Actually, I was thinking about... before starting this, I was thinking about buying a Pro ChatGPT license just to kind of have somebody to bounce with, you know, like I am with you now, because I didn't know if I was gonna have anybody in chat. And if you think about it, in like 5 years, it's gonna be inevitable that you're working alongside an AI, right, or something like that. So I wanted to kind of already do that, but maybe not at the very beginning, because I know that it still hasn't it doesn't have its shit together, and it kind of tells you wrong things. And the problem is I'm so inexperienced that I would just eat up everything it tells me. So I think it could be very detrimental in the long run. But you know, after I have my hands on some stuff, and I start more brainstorming and thinking about how I can solve problems or have my own ideas, maybe it would be a good thing to try that. I don't know. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna fill out the event or schedule list on Twitch. I don't know, I can create events on YouTube, but definitely join the Discord. I'm gonna have events there when I'm streaming, so you can all hop in. Yeah, this is amazing, and like, go do stuff that you've been putting off for a long time. Go play guitar, go learn a language, go do it, because this is a lot of fun. Not making your work, yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is basically like, you know, don't wait to be as old as me to start doing things that you really enjoy. You have more time and more resources now than you will ever have. Probably it's only downhill from here, folks. So do the thing, while you can. Why not? Thank you very much, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
I am the computer. I am the computer. Won't you come and play? Malfunction. I am the computer. Won't you come and play? I have a math processor to process math all day. I am the computer. I am the